What is up, YouTube? Lizard Jesus here, bringing you guys a special video. Today, as some of you guys might know, I recently hit 300 subscribers on my YouTube. Huge milestone for me. Yeah, so I'm bringing you guys a special video. It's going to be a longer video. This video is my Rise of Kingdom story. This video is going to be all about the history of my account, such as how long I've been playing, how my account has grown throughout the years, where I've migrated from, the KVKs I've been, the kingdoms I've been. I'm gonna be bringing you guys through the commanders I used to fight with, and you're gonna be laughing at some of the commanders I used to fight with in the open field. However, I've been playing Rise of Kingdoms for a long time, I know my account is underdeveloped for an account that's 4 years old. There's reasons for that. I'm going to get into that, such as reasons why I didn't fight in KVKs, all that stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. So if you guys like my videos, make sure you comment down below. Thank you guys a lot for watching my videos and the 300 subscribers. I'm going to be continuing Age of Empires videos as well. So if you're looking forward to Age of Empires videos, stay tuned. Now, I started playing Rise of Kingdoms in the beginning of 2020. Yes, in the beginning of 2020, right here. 4 months into the year 2020 is when I started playing. I started off in Kingdom 1858. Let's take a peek at 1858, shall we? 1858 is where this epic journey began. It's a joint-led Russian-Ukrainian kingdom. And I actually really regret migrating out of this kingdom for some reasons, and I'm going to explain why. When I migrated out, this kingdom was not very well off. We were losing KVKs. There wasn't much going on. It was really just civil war. Not to mention that by the time I migrated out, we were already kind of in Season of Conquest. However, this kingdom ended up becoming kind of decent. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now they have 4 stars. Alright, the last time I saw they had 3 stars. Now they have 4 stars. Yeah, 1858, man. Yeah, 1858. This is where I started off, man. I remember I was in G-Sun. I don't know if we can find the G-Sun Alliance. G-Sun is somewhere around here. Let's see if we can find the original alliance that I was in. Oh my gosh, it's right here. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, this was the alliance I was in. Oh, dude. Oh, they even gave a star to G-Sun. Holy cow. Wow, so I regret migrating from this kingdom because they turned it around and they started winning KVKs. Of course they start winning as soon as I leave, right? But now you might be wondering, where did I migrate to after 1858? Well, believe it or not, I actually migrated to 1945 after 1858. A lot of you don't know this, but here, let's grab these heads real quick. VIP 13, let's go. So close to 14. VIP 14, only 100k away. I migrated next to 1945. 1945, I was in 1945 for almost a year. I was in 1945 when Jendakling was the top tier whale. And so for those of you who don't know, I was in 1945 when there was a March of the Ages KVK. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later because you guys are going to laugh at the marches I had back then. So 1945, we had Jendakling, which was the top tier whale. For those of you who don't know who Jendakling is, Jendakling bought the account from Goodfather. It was the original Goodfather's account. Yes, the original Goodfather. Look, they still don't have a star, man. Man, they still don't have a star. But whatever. Yeah, so Jendakling, the original account was Goodfather, and then Goodfather sold it to Jendakling, which then migrated to 1945. After 1945, I migrated to 2444. Now, you guys might be wondering, well, why are you migrating so much? That's because I had no idea what I was doing. All right, back then, I didn't know, I didn't even really know what KVK was back then. I I participated in like a little bit of KVK and I didn't even know what was going on. That was back when I my main March. Oh man, it was so long ago. It was a Constantine with a Joan of Arc. That was back when you would still see Con Joan. Even in like Season of Conquest, back then people would still run Con Joan just as a support march. And my second march was actually it was a Kusunoki, and behind my Kusunoki I had YSS. I remember I thought Yisan Sin the animation was so cool, and like Kusunoki is a commander like he kind of looks cool. You know, samurai are cool. Um, I remember running Kusunoki YSS. And like back then, Kusunoki YSS was like I guess you could say was sort of okay. Like when YSS came out, if you were using him on the field, he was really just like a stat stick. He was a 30% defense, 20% damage when you're below 50%, and just a 2000 nuke. So at the time, it felt okay. Those were the two marches I used to run. I used to run Constantine Joan and Kusunoki YSS. And then I migrated around so much, like it's hard for me to remember where I migrated to. I went from 1858 to 1945 to 2444, and then from 2444 I went to 1568, and then from 1568, which is Omniarch's Kingdom, by the way. So yeah, so speaking of my kill points, from 1858, 1945 to 2444, I like didn't know nothing. 1568 is the first time I had actually participated in like a KVK from start to finish, and by that time I was running Zulegion with Relic Nevsky, or sorry, not Relic Nevsky, Relic Mehmed. My stuff wasn't good back then. My equipment was terrible. I was getting melted. I got melted so much that I remember some of like the leadership were telling me to just pack my stuff up and just like save my speeds and resources for next KVK. And then I got into it with the leadership in 1568. Man, they were just like they just couldn't handle me, bro. I was like, I don't know, whatever. It was like so I went from 1568 to 1275. 1275. I'm gonna be honest. 1275 was the worst kingdom I had ever been in. It was my worst Rise of Kingdoms experience ever. Was in 1275. The leadership, it's I'm not going to say the leadership was non-existent. It's just the fact that the leadership was so old. Like they had a structured leadership around like 5 people that were there since the beginning of the server, that they were so old that they really didn't do much for almost anyone that was new migrating in. They had no Discord. I asked multiple times. They're like, "Oh yeah, we don't really have a Discord. We just kind of like this is a casual kingdom." They would tell me this is a casual kingdom, but they would zero players who didn't meet KP requirements, which that's not a casual kingdom. Not to mention that the leadership were super slow to responsive. I remember so many people in the kingdom chat being like, "Hello, leadership. Hello, this. What are we doing? What are we doing?" And that made the Rise of Kingdoms experience really, really terrible. I remember I blew up on the leadership one day because we were in KVK, and I blew up on the leadership, and I was just frustrated. I was like, you guys aren't doing anything to lead this kingdom. Like, so many of us are just like sitting here waiting for like orders or whatever, waiting for whatever to do. You say it's a casual kingdom, but then you zero a bunch of players that don't meet KP requirements. How is this a casual kingdom? And then the leadership like booted me from the main alliance, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, whatever. I was like, I don't care, whatever. KVK came like a month and a half later, and then they introduced a feature where you could join alliances from different kingdoms in your same camp. I remember I did this, and Bong is a female R5 from 1275. Bong had gone out and reached out to the people from the other alliances and literally instructed them to boot me from their alliance, or else they wouldn't allow them into the coalition. And 1275 was the main kingdom in that coalition. So they had to do that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be allowed in the coalition. So that's why 1275 was the worst experience. The leadership didn't care about leading a kingdom. They ruined the experience for not just me, but a few other people, like a handful of other people, actually. And I remember when Bong reached out to the other kingdom and instructed them to boot me out, just like not letting me play the game at all, that was total BS. I remember that was total BS. So that's another reason. That was a full KVK. That was a full KVK of no KP at all. And then I even called Bong out like in the LKC, and then she zeroed me. It was so ridiculous. Bong was literally the only one that zeroed me. Like no one else had fucking like zeroed me. Bong was just being a terrible R5. But the good news is that they zeroed me in KVK, so I got a bunch of troop returns and I was able to migrate for very cheap cost. This is when things start to pick up. I then migrated from 1275 to 2608, and this was my second KVK where like I actually got to play KVK from start to finish, and like I was doing altars, I was doing ruins, and I was fighting enemies. At this time, I was 2608. I was allied with 2000, and we were going against Chisgle's Restart Kingdom. At this time, I was running Nevsky Minamoto, and I was doing Constantine Scipio. I was actually doing Constantine Scipio, and Zulegion with Mehmed, and I was running Honda with YSS as a mixed unit march. It was like, look, I get. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but it was whatever. We got steamrolled against Chisgle's Restart Kingdom, and then after 2608, I left. I migrated lots. I never really found a place where like I got along with a bunch of people. And I always thought that so many leaderships just were really weird the way they managed about things. Like I went to 2501, which is a more recent kingdom, and I was in 2501 for a KVK and a half. That's where I was actually like picking up some steam with my account. I was running better marches. I knew more about equipment, armaments, and all that stuff came out. 2501 was all right. Ragnar was the R5, but again, I got into it with the leadership there. I remember they were just super toxic. It was like the leadership were like Arabian people that lived in like United Arab Emirates, and they just had it like they were like living in Dubai and UAE, and they just had like a super snotty attitude. I remember they just had like a super bratty, snotty attitude, and like everything about everything was about that kingdom. 2501 had a lot of girls in the kingdom, and the leadership made everything about the girls. The girls were the priority, this, that, and it was just a joke. So I left them, and now I am in 3060. 3060 is where I'm at now. Yeah, so I migrated around a lot. I actually am going to show you guys. I have the yearbooks from, I have 2021, 22, 23, and 24. We're going to open each one by one. Oh, man. Man, this takes me back, man. Oh, I was such a doorknob back then, dude. Yeah, I started playing on January, February, March, April. It looks like April 2020. Yeah, the Kingdom of Linton, that's 1858, and then I migrated twice after that. I'm not going to go into the other stuff. So that's 2021, 2022. Where was I believe I was in 1568 at this time. Yeah. Yeah, so again, 2020 is when I started playing. I was with the Vikings. Ketten. Oh no, I was in 1945 at this time. This was when I was in 1945. Yeah, Kingdom of Ketten. 1945 is Ketten, I'm pretty sure. And then 2022, 2023. Monogos. I remember Monogos is 1568. Omniarch's Kingdom. Shout out to Omniarch, by the way. Omniarch's one of the reasons why I even began making YouTube videos, honestly. 2020. Linton. Linton again? Where's Linton? I feel like Linton. I don't know. But yeah, so I've been around, man. I've been around these kingdoms. I know quite a few people and a lot of major imperiums. Speaking of, Omniarch is kind of one of the reasons why, like, I'm not trying to fanboy right now, but I remember Omniarch used to make me laugh a lot. And I thought to myself, you know what I want to do is I want to make people laugh too. The way Omniarch has made me laugh. And that's kind of why I started making Rise of Kingdoms videos. So shout out to Omniarch. I know Omniarch. I know you're watching low key Omniarch. Don't act like you're not. I see you, bro. Um, yeah. So that was pretty much it. My KP is so low, dude. I know, and it's so embarrassing because I'm like, oh my gosh, my account is so old. And then I talk in LKC, and people are like, yo, what, bro? You're like 4 years old. How do you have that low KP? And like, like I don't have time to explain people all this what I'm explaining to you in Lost Kingdom chat, right? But for the longest time, I just didn't really know the game. I just didn't know the game. Honestly, is what it is. I didn't know Rise of Kingdoms. You really have to be involved, not just in leadership, but like with the alliances in your kingdoms in general. Otherwise, you're gonna have a really boring experience. It's gonna be really boring. You're gonna be just like a farmer killing barbarians, and you're not gonna be allowed in KVK, and it kind of sucks. However, they've been doing a lot better. I'm gonna be honest. Rise of Kingdoms has done a lot better, so that the more casual player can kind of experience KVK by having multiple by being able to join alliances from other kingdoms has helped a lot. Um, yeah, guys. So that's a little bit about my story. Like I've kind of been a floater, floating around kingdom to kingdom, only participating in one KVK, maybe two, and then I kind of like depart. I'm really just looking. I'm kingdom surfing right now, just looking for my place that I can really settle down for like a long time, but it's kind of hard. Um, the future of my account is looking pretty good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm looking pretty good. I'm not planning on putting Rise of Kingdoms down at all. I know a lot of people tell me to restart, but look, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. My account is in a weird position. Like I'll be honest, it's not like super end game ready. However, restarting now would also be kind of like a waste. I have too many good armaments. I have like equipment that's like okay enough, and I have enough commander investments. Not to mention, I'm close enough to VIP 14 that restarting would just be a waste of time. It would be a waste of money, and I would be throwing this account into the dust. Which I'm better off. I know how to fix this account. Don't worry, guys. So for all you haters out there that are telling me my account's ass and I should just restart, that's not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. Restarting would just be the biggest waste of time and the biggest downfall I could do. I um I tried to restart once. And I actually in restarted in 1960, and I'm bringing you guys over to my restart account. This is my first restart account that also failed. This account also failed. Yeah, this is it. This is my account that had also failed. Um, oh man, this account is. Oh man, the memories on this account is crazy. Like I said, I was such a doorknob back then, dude. I used to troll so much in Kingdom chat. I still sometimes do, honestly. But my most successful restart was actually my sock sleeper. That's an account where like this account that you guys are looking at right now, I'm pretty much not I'm this is an account where I'm not gonna like try and revive it. Maybe like with time as I collect enough gold heads, then one day like I'll expertise a commander and I'll have like one field viable march. Spoiler alert, that's gonna be HQ with Ethelfled. It's gonna be an HQ Ethelfled march, but that's a video for another time. My most recent account that was actually more successful, and this is the one that I'm gonna continue working on, is my sock sleeper. This is an account where I made it in Season of Conquest. I collected legendary commanders from the tavern, and then I took them back to KVK1, which that commander was Takeda and CJ. I decided to go all in on Takeda and Joan of Arc, it's been all right, actually. It's been a pretty decent pair. I'm not gonna hold you. It's been a decent pair, and this is an account that I'm going to keep working on. Yeah. So the future of my Rise of Kingdoms account looks like that, and not only that, I'm also gonna be doing Age of Empires mobile content. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely like the video. Definitely stay posted. Subscribe if you are with me. Thank you for the 300 subscribers. Now, if you're still watching this video, you're a real one, and I actually specifically saved this part for the end of the video. I only wanted the real ones to listen to this. Another reason why my account actually has been really far behind on KP is that I was homeless for a little bit. After I started playing Rise of Kingdoms, I ended up homeless on and off for like almost 2 years, and I ended up going to jail. Actually, I I went to a jail in Vancouver, British Columbia, for a little bit, and then I got out. Things were just kind of messy. I was homeless for a little while, and I was living on the street, and so my account got neglected for a really really long time, man. And it was a very very dark time for me. It was very sad. It was very full. It was just filled with lots of anger, lots of violence, lots of just bad times. But thankfully things aren't like that anymore. I kind of got a grip, I kind of like I'm not a complete doorknob anymore. I'm only a half doorknob. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a doorknob anymore, but yeah, so that's one of the reasons why my account also didn't progress so much, was that I was actually homeless for a little bit, and I was on the street, and I don't know, man, like it sucked and it was terrible, but you know what? Being homeless is like a really really valuable lesson. It teaches you not just about like appreciating the value of having a roof over your head and having like stable income and having a job, but it teaches you a lot about the people that are out there and the people that you can meet and the types of bad people that are out there, the types of bad things that are out there. And so I was actually really grateful that I went through that experience as young as I did. um so that's one reason why my account didn't really progress for so much. And I don't know. I'm loving this game. And now a lot of you guys might be wondering, do I spend on this game? Well, I'm actually a very low spender. I'm a very very low spender. I pretty much only spend on the 30-day gem supply and daily special offers. And my daily special offers, I don't even do them every single day. I do them I will do them like for like multiple weeks. Like I'll like 2 weeks out of each month I will consistently buy daily special offers. I expertise my YSS from daily specials. Honda was daily. Well, okay, I expertised Honda and YSS with gold heads, but I did 50% of them from daily specials. Nevsky I did from daily specials. Constantine I did from daily specials. Who else did I do from daily specials? Oh yeah, Tamiris. I did Tamiris from daily specials. Tamiris I think is one of the more underrated commanders. I run Tamiris with Herman, and it's a pretty strong pair. So yeah, that's a little bit about my Rise of Kingdom story. And if you guys want me to drop more videos, just drop a thumbs up, man. I'm gonna keep doing Age of Empires mobiles and Rise of Kingdoms, and I'm also gonna be doing food reviews in the future. Comment below if you guys want me to record content with my face, with the face cam. Okay, so if you guys want me to record with the face cam, just comment down below and I can start doing that. But overall, I've been super super glad to be on this journey. Super glad to be on this journey. Really enjoyed. I make Rise of Kingdoms videos. Do I do it for you guys? Like, sure, like yeah, you guys are there, but quite frankly, I just enjoy pumping out videos. I just enjoy showing my account. I want players to see my account and be like, okay, well, you know what? You don't have to be like a high spender max tech whale to enjoy this game. I enjoy this game very much, and I have very simple commanders, very simple marches. I get beat up a lot in the field, but at the end of the day, if you're having fun playing this game, that's all that matters, and I am enjoying my time. I hope you guys enjoy the same. You don't have to be a spender to enjoy this game. You do have to be very wise where you put your gold heads, very wise where you put your gold stars, your experience, very wise how you build your account. Like are you going to build your account around infantry, archers, or cavalry? So there are some things you have to be wise in, but you don't have to spend to enjoy this game. I spend very little in this game and I have plenty of fun. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're living in Canada, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. 300 subscribers. You guys are everything.